Welcome to the second vlog of October. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie. It's like 5 a.m. so I don't have ears on and I have makeup on and I'm hanging on by a thread. But let's get into this because I finished some books. The first thing that I want to talk about is our latest read, The Taking of Jake Livingston. This has been on my TBR for literal years. And then I bought it and it sat on my shelf for literal years. So this is completely finished. I gave it 3.5 carats. I'm actually pretty disappointed that I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Essentially, you follow the kid on the cover. His name is Jake. He's very quiet. He's very withdrawn. He is one of the few black kids going to a all-white private school, pretty much a PWI. And he can see ghosts. He's a medium. So he walks through life day to day to day, and he'll blink and he'll look at something and there's a ghost, or there's someone dying, or some other very traumatic experience. And his family didn't really listen to him when he told them the first time that he could see ghosts, so he's pretty much alone in the situation. The city that he moves to that has this PWI had a school shooting. And every time he goes in there, he sees the people that have died. Well, the school shooter also died, but he continues to see him in places that he shouldn't be able to see him. And then the story kind of takes off from there. Personally, I felt like the antagonist got away with too much. And I feel like he only got away with too much because the main character was black. And it kind of irks me because this is a Own Voices novel. And this is one of 8 Own Voices novel where it just seems like the white guy is getting away with a lot of stuff. He's getting a lot of second chances. There's a lot of white complacency in here, and there was too much of it for me. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that, but it bothers me. And this is the third book this year. Sorry, this is the second book this year, but the third book in general that's had this problem for me, and it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. And at this point, I'm wondering, is it from the author? Is it put in at the end of the editing process, so it's publishing's fault? I'm not sure where it's coming from, but this book would have had the exact same ending, the exact same story, without kowtowing to the problematic white character in this, and I just don't get it. So yeah, 3.5 carats. I was pretty heated that it wasn't what I was expecting, or that it wasn't a 5-star. The next book that I finished is an arc. I put away Ambrose this weekend. So this was a 5-star read all the way up until the last 10%. All the way up until the last 10%, y'all. Okay, so it was recommended because it's dark academia, it's teacher-student romance, it's age gap, it's got all of the things that I love, right? And the only thing that gave me pause was the fact that there's a virgin female main character. And I'm like, you know what? Not everybody has the same hang-ups about societal's request that women be gentle and virginal right up until they get a man, and then they're supposed to be whores. Women are supposed to do everything for everyone but themselves. I got it's a rabbit hole, okay? But I digress. So I was like, okay, it's got everything else, I can overlook that, it'll be fine. And then then they threw my number one hated trope in at the last 10%. Y'all, I was fucking livid. It literally went from a 5-star read to what I give it, 3.2? Yeah, to 3.2. Why did you do this to me? And I'm so annoyed because I was talking with the author, I loved her energy. I loved the vibe of the book. We were chatting back and forth. It was glorious. And then this ending, this conclusion came, and I was like, yo, what? But for why? Livid, y'all. I was livid. Oh my God. So Ambrose is about a professor named Ambrose. He teaches English, and our main character, why do I never remember anybody's fucking name? Vivian. Jesus. So it's literally about a girl named Vivian. She comes from a very, very rich, very, very powerful family, and she has absolutely no freedom. So as a last-ditch effort to get some, she starts going to this elite university called Oakwood. There she meets the professor, Ambrose, and yeah, no. Things pop off from there. Girls go missing. There's like rumors of a secret society. There's girl friendship. There's Shakespeare quotes. If you know me, I love a good Shakespeare quote. I love a good literary man. Like, there's just something about an intelligent man spitting beautiful prose naturally that just like revs the engine, you know? So like I said, everything about this should be a 5 carat. Like, it should have been X marks the spot. Like, but alas, that conclusion will get you every time. I still thoroughly enjoyed my read. I gave it a 3.2. That's not a bad rating. It was just so frustrating to have so much of what I like and then just be sucker punched by what I don't at the very end, at the finish line. Sadness. Utter despair. Okay, so that's finished. Actually, my 34th arc for the year. So out of 149 books, 34 of them I've read before the release date, which is crazy. Like, that's absolutely insane. Insane. The 17th was the 3-year anniversary of my Bookstagram. I did a little top five faves on Instagram, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Put the link in the description. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk to you about. Yeah, so it's now the 21st. We are getting closer and closer and closer to Halloween. Boy Wonder and I might do a buddy read of Clown in a Cornfield. It just depends on when he gets the audiobook in. So those are the next like bookish plans. I'm still trying really hard to save Graveyard Shift for the last week of October, but like it just keeps staring at me. It just keeps staring at me. I'm currently reading What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I've been trying to read this for a very long time. I just keep getting distracted. I keep getting like taken off of it. But there's no excuse. Like, the book's not even, I don't even think it's 150 pages. Yeah, the book's only 158 pages. Like, pull yourself together, Gabs, you know? So, we're reading this. I'm 8 pages in. I started it Friday after Friday at work. But Friday was super fucking busy, so I barely got to do any reading, so that's why I'm only 8 pages in. I think I'm going to move on to another arc. I know there's still 2 more coming out this month. I think it's This Girl's a Killer and something else. Gotta go to my handy dandy master arc list. This Girl's a Killer by Emma C. Wells, coming out on the 29th. And then we have Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, and that also comes out on the 29th. So I'm going to be starting those 2 arcs and then hopefully finishing What Moves the Dead. There's also a possibility that I'll be joining a book club buddy read and doing Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. And it's essentially about serial killers who fall in love with each other. So I've heard that this one is good, but the second one is trash. So we'll see. But I got it from the library. My whole literally just came in like earlier today. So we'll see. Still reading on my Kindle. Really upset with Google because it's all up in my business. It's going to tell me about every little thing, but it decided not to tell me that Kindle was releasing a fucking color version, a color Kindle, and Google was nowhere to be seen. You want to know how I knew? The book club that I'm a part of on Fable was like, hey, did you guys see the new color Kindle? Excusez-moi, I did not. Let me go educate myself. Like, Google, what is the purpose? So I went to go investigate. It's expensive. It's expensive. I do like that I'll be in the same ecosystem. I do like that everything is in color. I do like that I can highlight in color. I do like that I can annotate in color. I do like that it's only like a little bit bigger than my Kindle now. I like that I don't have to download 6 different things to transfer it to a different file format so that I can read it on something else. Like, I like all of those things. The only thing that I don't like is the color, because it's not as bright as I was expecting. It's kind of soft. And I don't like the price. However, Boy Wonder took it upon himself to order it for me for our anniversary. And I think that's really sweet. And I think that that trumps any of the reservations that I had for it. So yeah, your girl's getting a Colorsoft. It'll be here as soon as it's released. I think it's released like the 30th, so it'll be here like the 1st or something. I'm excited. So this is like 6.8 inches and it goes to 7 inches. So I'm gonna have to get new cases. But yeah, I don't know, because I won't have a need for this if I upgrade, right? I don't know. I'm just not a girl to have multiples of something. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't have enough, like, brain capacity to do multiple things on multiple devices at the same time. Like, I just don't have it in me. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited to try it. I'm super excited to be able to read my stuff in color. I'm just really excited. Like, I won't have to drag around my iPad to read graphic novels. Like, everything will be in one place. I love that. That's like the #1 reason to get it. Everything is in one spot. Obsessed. I cannot wait for it to come in so I could do like an unboxing and a tryout and you guys can see the color on the camera. Like, I'm so fucking hyped. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk to you about? Okay, see you in the next clip. Sleuth out. Bye. So in this clip we are going to talk about the new stuff that I got and what I'm currently reading. So grab your drinks and let's get into it. So today is the 24th. Literally it's 12:01. So today is the 25th. I bought a new book. Me and the bestie went out. We went to the mall, which I had not been in a long time. And apparently now it has a Squishmallow store. There's a mall store.
Is that ramen?
Yes.
I kind of want that one.
It's a happy day.
And they're having a buy one, get one, 50% off sale. So come down before your Squishmallow is gone.
Have it all the way till Sunday.
All the way till Sunday. Come get it. There's biblically accurate angels. And they were having a sale, buy one, get one 50% off. So, you know, I had to go a little nuts. So here's what I got. I got a biblically accurate angel. Like, he's so soft. So soft. I love him. He's a seraph, so I named him Sari. I like all its wings. I like its eyeballs. I like its little flame crown. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's so soft. Okay. And then I got a carrot because, you know, I'm the Inkbunnie and I really like carrots. So here's our carrot. Chanel says that when I do book reviews, I should just like toss the carrot at the camera for every carrot that the book scored. I don't know if I'll do that because it's so cute. Like, I feel like it's not really nice to toss him around, but he's adorable. He's got a little face. He's squishy. And they're discontinuing the carrots, so that's why I bought him. Because I was like, oh, you know, I could always come back for the carrot. I really want this one. But he was like, yeah, no, we're discontinuing them. This will be the last. Like, once they're gone, they're gone. So I was like, ugh, I have to have it. Duh. And then the last stuffed animal I got is an orchid mantis, which is one of my favorite insects. I like moths and I like mantises. Mantis and moths are my favorite insects. It's so cute. It's so pink and pretty. It's little leggies. It's little pincers. So, of course, I had to get it. And it was buy one, get one 50% off. So, of course, in order to make it worth it, I had to get one more thing. Turns out that Squishmallows now have pens. There it is. Yeah. Have pens. So, it's a little ghosty, and he glows in the dark. Can't wait to put him on my new pen bag. Because my other pen bag broke, so I had to get a new one. So, I only got one book from Barnes & Noble. And that is The Immortal Dark by Tegest Germa. And everybody's been talking about this book. I know you've seen it around. This is black vampires, and I didn't need anything else. I didn't need anything else. I didn't need anything else. Black vampires. I'm down. It's been a year and some change since my vampire readathon. I think I'm ready for another vampire book. And this edition is just so fucking pretty, y'all. Okay, so this is the cover, right? Right? Then like fucking red in pages. Look how pretty. This frickin' cover. Oh my god. I love maps. Oh my god. It's so fucking pretty. It's so ornate. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then, you ready? This is the piece de resistance. Seek mind above blood, and if you must bleed, use it as ink. Oh my god. Like, this was the only edition like this left. I had to get it. I could not leave it on the shelf. I could not. And then we have Own Voices. We love to see it. So here's hoping that it's going to be great. I cannot wait to read it. And I'm adding another pretty book to my shelves, even though I need more shelves. Let's not think about that right now. Then I got a book sleeve. It's got a little sleeve here. And then inside, I'm hoping that I can carry around like paperbacks in here and then put my Kindle Colorsoft in the front cover and just carry this around in my purse, because there's still not cases for the Colorsoft other than what come from Amazon. Like, there aren't clear cases or color cases or anything like that. They're just like the basic like flip close open cases, and I don't want those. If I do get one of those, I want to get one with a clear back so I can put stickers in it. Like, I want to decorate, you know? And like, Kindle knows the vibe because they put out new Paperwhites that are pink. So they get the gist. I don't know what they're doing with this Colorsoft, but I need them to get this together. Then I got 2 bookmarks. I picked up this one because it has Pokemon on it. Gosh, having trouble focusing. There it is. Yeah, it's got Pokemon and it's got Alchemy. So, like, because when do you see her? And then I got a acrylic library card bookmark. It's hefty, like, yeah, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, so that's what I got while I was out with Chanel. I got the stuff from Barnes & Noble and I got the Squishmallows. So yeah, today I started Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. I am not that far in. Yeah, I'm 8%. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with Andrew and Thomas. Like, oh my gosh, the things I've highlighted already. And like, I think I'm 2 chapters in. I'm already obsessed and I already have highlighted stuff. Yeah, and then this is also one of those books that start with like a crazy first sentence. Okay, so chapter 1. Okay, page 1. It hadn't hurt the day he had cut out his own heart. Andrew had written about it later in spidery lines from a sharp pen. A story about a boy who took a knife to his chest and carved himself open, showing ribs like mossy tree roots, his heart a bruised and wretched thing beneath. No one would want a heart like this, but he'd still cut it out and given it away. Being left aching and hollow was a familiar feeling, a comfortable pain. Andrew had always been an empty boy. Like, what? Tell me more, Andrew. What's going on with you? Let me know. And like, so this is about 2 boys, some type of secret, this dark academia. I think it's queer. Like, I'm fucking here for all of it. And then the reason that I picked it up was a quote that was in like the synopsis, so this isn't a spoiler, but I highlighted it when I came across it because like every time I see it, it's just straight gold. Thomas had no idea that Andrew would do anything for him, protect him, lie for him, kill for him. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît, run that by me again. Who we killing? Who about to die? Let me know. I'm already almost done with chapter 2, I think. Yeah, I got 2 minutes left in the chapter, so I'm about to be on chapter 3. It has enthralled me. I didn't get a chance to start reading it until about 3 o'clock-ish. And then, of course, everybody and the grandmama wanted to come in, and I didn't really get to sit down and enjoy it. I'm also still reading This Girl's a Killer. I'm 20% in. It's kind of repetitive. It hasn't really jumped off yet. I'm hoping that it jumps off soon. It's not close to a DNF, but like it just does not have my attention. The like 2-ish chapters of Don't Let the Forest In has my attention more than 20% of the other book. I'm still gonna finish it. I just may not finish it on time. I also got another book that I was talking about. Oh, The Grimm Society. I'm 42% into that. Absolutely loving it. Corvus is my favorite character so far. I'm hoping to see a lot more of him. We just got down to like the brass tacks. She's made it into the school. She has survived her first test, and there is some questions about whether or not the deaths going on are Grimm's or not. So yeah, and then physically, I am about to start The Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. There is still time to join the book club if you want to. I'll put the link in the description down below. We are going to start reading this on Saturday. It's only like 150 pages. Oh my gosh, it's not even that, because it's got a blurb of if we were villains in it. I'd recognize that anywhere. So it's 122 pages. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. It's just so pretty. It looked like I'm ready. My bookmark already in it. Like, Saturday, come on. Playing with your girl. I'm ready. I'm ready to start this. So the Blue Stocking Bunnies are going to be starting this on Saturday. So make sure that you join my book club. so that you can hang out. And yeah, that's currently what I'm reading, what I've been up to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I did like relatively recently. I want to say that that's it. I'm pretty sure I already talked about The Taking of Jake Livingston and Ambrose. So I think that's all I have to say. But if I didn't talk about those, I'm coming back to talk about those. Welcome back. These are going to be the last couple of clips that finish out October. And then we are going to get into November hopefuls and start the new month off right. Now, let's go ahead and spoil any preconceived notions that the rest of October was anything even remotely productive. It wasn't. I didn't finish a single book. Let's get into what I did instead. So, the last book that I finished for October was The Taking of Jake Livingston. I talked about that in the previous video. I went to Barnes & Noble and I showed you everything that I got from there. I have been steadily using my book pouch, so glad to know that I did not waste money there. Boy Wonder, for our anniversary, ordered a Kindle Colorsoft for me, but it arrives tomorrow, and by then we'll already be into November, so that'll be new content for a new month. So I essentially use this to carry around my books. This has my Kindle in the front. It protects my front since I do not have a screen protector or a case that has a screen protector. And then it says that it fits a small to medium paper back book. So I have been carrying around Graveyard Shift by Emma Riel. Remember this? Remember how I was like, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to save this for the week of Halloween. And this is all I'm going to read. And it's going to be a great Halloween time experience. Yeah. Didn't even start this bitch until Halloween. I really don't know what happened to the organization of the rest of the month. It really was just like, bye, bitch. Cincha. One wanna be ya. Like, it's just gone. So I started this today officially because I've been reading like bits and pieces throughout. I made it to page 40 and there's like 115 or something. Oh, nope, just kidding. There's 135 pages in here, I think. So, yeah, it hasn't really popped off yet. We've gotten to the whole, but not really more than that. I am still enjoying it though. And my phone was charging, so I didn't have it near me. So I made my first like annotation. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So that'll probably go away and I'll just continue to make electronic notes. There's just something about marking up a book that I just, even though it's a sticker and it's easily removable, it still just gives me the skeeves. I can't do it. So I've been spending my time between that, Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, which I have an arc of. I am officially almost 60% in, and it's so wild. Like, the best way that I can explain it is that you have this trio, 2 twins, brother, sister, and Thomas. And Andrew has feelings for Thomas. They come back from summer vacation, and he doesn't know if Thomas got the message. He doesn't know if he was too vague. He writes stories, and Thomas does art, and they put them together and create like a book, essentially. They're always about these like monsters in the forest, but all of a sudden Thomas is very like standoffish. His parents go missing. The forest is more alive than we initially anticipated. This is rated YA horror, and it does a very good job. Like, I'm so skeeved about what's happening with like the spores and the leaves and the vines and the growth. Like, it's, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, C.G. Drews is doing a great fucking job, not only keeping me entertained and hopeful of their relationship, but also like super creeped out. Other arcs that I've been reading are The Grum Society by Chandra Han. I'm almost positive that's what her name is. Shonda by Shonda Han. I am almost done with that. I'm 70-80% in. It hasn't really done anything. Like, we've gotten the gist. We've gotten that, you know, they're hunters. They hunt Grims. We've gotten some low-level information about Grims. And now we kind of have this, like, subplot where somebody might not be telling the truth. And she's learning a lot more than she, like, anticipated. But, like, as far as we've hit the crux of the story and where we're going to go from here, we haven't really done that. And for it to be 70% in, I'm just a little confused as to where we're going. I have it on an audio, so it came out on the 29th. I had planned to have all of my arcs done by the 29th, which would have been This Girl's a Killer by Emma C. Wells, The Grimm Society by Shonda Han, Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, Hiding Lives by Stephanie Rose, and Ambrose by Kate Kimbrell. So I finished 2 out of 5 arcs that I had planned for the month. Probably over the next, like, weekend, so the next, like, couple of days, I'm probably going to be able to complete the rest of the arcs, because I'm 75% into Grimm Society. I'm almost 60% into Don't Let the Forest In. I'm only 20% into This Girl's a Killer, but to be honest, it wasn't really capturing my attention. It was very, like, repetitive, and it just didn't really, like, grab me like I thought it would. And then I also wanted to read Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesar. I'm pretty sure it's Cesar. I'm reading this with Boy Wonder. He has the audio. I have this. Our goal was to hit chapter 5 by Sunday, and I am, like, 10 pages away. I also made Graveyard Shift the book club pick for the Blue Stocking Bunnies. I'll put the link in the description so that if you want to, you can come join the book club. But yeah, that's essentially what I've been reading. Just a little bit here and there while I deal with all of the things. But yeah, so I didn't finish anything after the Taking of Jake Livingston. I started a bunch of stuff, though. And then we can go over what I have planned for November. So I do like the idea of having hopefuls for the month. I have 2 arcs that are due in November. We have Darkly by Marissa Peschel, and we have A Perilous Premiere by Gail Meath, which is like a 1930s mystery. And then we have Perfect Girl by Tracy Banghart. I don't know what that's about, but it has a girl with a switchblade on the cover, so, you know, a raucous good time. So I know I'm reading at least those 3. Now, the issue is that with finishing the Taking of Jake Livingston, that makes the 4th book out of my 24 for 24. And it's 24 for 24 because there's 24 books on it. So, like, I'm super behind. I think I want to spend the next 2 months finish as many of those books as possible. So, and then I think it also means that I need to come to terms with, like, probably not finishing them all and which books I should choose to focus on. So, yeah. That's our update for October. So I didn't get any... I got reading done, but I didn't, like, finish any books. I took Mondays off so that I could rest and, like, recharge. And instead, like, the business side of my photography, like, took off. I went from having, like, 1 page shoot a month to, like, having 6 just for November. I mean, that's fucking awesome, but, like, I don't know what happened. I took one day off and all of a sudden I'm booked and busy. Like, is that just what I needed to do all this time? So yeah, I've got a wedding, I've got a couple boudoirs, I just did a portrait, I've got a family. Like, I got a bunch of photography things to do. I have editing to do. Oh my god. So many things, so little time. But this is the end of October. So yeah. My Colorsoft arrives soon, so I can do a review on that. I'm so excited to transfer to color. My annotations will be in color, my notes will be in color, my covers will be in color. I'm so freaking stoked. Oh my god, so much to tell you and so freaking little time. Alright, see you in the next clip, probably wearing the same thing because I'm lazy, and we'll talk about what I plan on reading in November. Bye! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabs, this is the Inkbunnie, and this is the books that I'm hoping to get to for November. So, November snuck up and slapped me in the face. It said, hey bitch, what you reading this month? And I'm sitting here like, well damn, I don't know, I guess I should find out. And here we are. So this is what I plan on reading. So the book girlies have decided that it is Bree's turn to choose the book. She told us she would have a book by Saturday, I think. So whatever that book is, I'll be adding that. And then I have 3 arcs. I have Perfect Girl, Darkly, and Perilous Premiere. They are all mystery / fantasy. I think Darkly is fantasy, but I'm hoping it's a mystery. It's from when I joined NetGalley and didn't know what I was doing. So I'm hoping that it's something that really interests me. And then Butcher and Blackbird, which is a very popular like romance that's going around. It's part of another book club that I'm a part of, so I'm reading that. And then I have 3 books from the 24 for 24 list, because I'm hoping to get through some more of those. I have Sammy Keys and the Hotel Thief. I have First to Die by James Patterson. And I have Siren Queen by, I think it's by Nevo. That's a little bit more fantasy, but they're all relatively small. So I'm hoping, because they're so small, I'm going to be able to just, you know, hop right into them. And then I have a couple, other books I've added. Empire of Shadows, which is like a mystery, takes place back in the day. You got a archaeologist who gets fired and she finds this map. It's supposed to be very like Lost City of Gold vibes. And then I have Zetas Till We Die, which is about a sorority and somebody's going around killing them, you know. A good time had by all. Lovesick and Hemlock. Now, both of those I got from Kindle Unlimited, but because I got them so long ago, I honestly don't remember what they're about. So let's find out together. Alright. Okay, so Hemlock by Kirsten Modglin states that 13 years ago, Maggie Ellis left her small town and vowed never to return. In her rearview mirror were 2 men she loved and an ominous secret that would forever haunt her. Now tragedy has brought her back and she's determined to forget that fateful night. But in a town like Myers, with familiar faces and chilling memories lurking around every corner, moving on is easier said than done. Before the ink can dry on the closing documents for her new residence, Maggie begins to feel unsettled. In every room there's the unmistakable sensation she's being watched. The strange sounds, odd smells, and bizarre occurrences only add to her paranoia. There's something sinister about her new home. When she discovers the devastating truth about the house and its grim history, Maggie's worst fears are realized. In order to survive, she must unearth the secrets she's always planned to keep buried. After all, they say that home is where the heart is, but as Maggie knows, home is also where the skeletons lie. Seamlessly blurring the edges between psychological thriller and romantic suspense, million-copy best-selling author Kirsten Modglin brings us a dark and twisted romantic thriller perfect for fans of Verity, Tell Me Lies, The Ghostwriter, and You. Had I read that before I downloaded the book, I would not have. Anything that you're comparing to Kathleen Hoover, is that what her name is? Whatever her name is, I do not want to read. So I'm hoping that there's not a very, very close resemblance to that, because That's the fastest way to get off of my TBR. So here's hoping that it's a joke, just like with the golden spoon, and it's not actually like that. The next one was Lovesick, a Dark Romance by Cynthia A. Rodriguez. Is a dark romance. And it says, be careful with that one. That's the first warning Abel Cartagena hears at Silver Wing Mental Institution, where daydreams die and nightmares lie in their wake. What he doesn't expect is Rosamund Montgomery, a breathtaking young woman with a violent streak and a taste for rebellion. Abel's never been one to heed warnings, not even from the ghostly whispers of his late mother, who sees Rose as nothing but trouble. But when Abel and Rose break out of Silverwing, he learns a harsh freedom can be deadly for someone who can't stop killing. Sometimes the most beautiful roses are adorned with the sharpest thorns, and Abel is about to find out just how painful those thorns can be. Interesting. Okay. Zetas Till We Die. Zetas Till We Die by Amber and Danielle Brown is a mystery thriller. And it says, Sisters for Life. It's been 10 years since Priscilla and her Zeta Phi Zeta sorority sisters graduated college. 10 years since they were all in the same room together. 10 years since one of them died. And now Lupe's killer has been released from prison on a technicality days before their 10-year reunion. Priscilla decides that the party must go on. Lupe would have wanted it to. And besides, an epic reunion bash might be the perfect distraction. Back together, the Zetas party like it's 2012, and it's wild, just the way it used to be. Maybe too wild. At least everyone makes it out alive this time, or so they think. When one of them doesn't return home after the party, Priscilla begins to realize that there might be more to Lupe's murder and that someone is out for blood. With the murderer in their midst circling closer and closer, the Zetas are forced to confront what really happened the night Lupe died and the secrets each of them swore to keep. Ooh, that sounds good. I love when they go back in a mystery. So good. So good. So the next one is Perfect Girl by Tracy Banghart. And it is a horror YA thriller. And it says, Jessa has been raised to be the perfect girl. She is unfailingly polite, never rocks the boat, and always follows the rules, no matter what. Her friends love to give her a hard time for being such a goody two-shoes, but Jessa likes it that way. She knows what's expected of her, and she's happy to be the person her parents and society want. When a freak storm takes out the power during a sleepover at Jessa's creepy old house, things go south before the pizza gets cold. Her friends are at each other's throats, unexpected guests keep showing up, some more welcome than others, and it's not just her brother serving up jump scares. A killer looking for the perfect girl has targeted Jessa, and she'll have to reject everything she's been taught if she wants to keep herself and her friends alive until sunrise. Who knew perfection could be so dangerous? That sounds like a good time. It's giving me There's No Way I Die First vibes with Good Girls by Clara Eliza Bartlett. So that sounds like a good time. I'm excited about that. I think the last thing that I didn't have any idea what it was about was Darkly and Siren Queen. So let's look up Siren Queen. The tagline is that immortality is just a casting call away. I think that's all I want to know about that. And then the last book we want to talk about is Darkly by Marisha Peschel. It is a must-read thriller that will keep you guessing until the very last page. There's nothing special about Dia Gannon, so why was she chosen for an opportunity everyone would kill for? Ooh, it's another video game connected murder. Interesting. It's reminding me of It's Only a Game by Kelsey Yu. I hope it's just as dark as that, because that was so good. That came out of left field totally, but it was so good. So I'm excited about that. Okay. I feel good. I feel good about our list. The only thing that I'm between on is Hemlock, because I Colleen. Her name is Colleen Hoover. I don't fuck with her. I don't want anything to do with her. So here's hoping that that's not anything remotely close to that, or I'll have to replace it with something else. But yeah, so these are what I plan on reading for November. And as always, just check out my blog for written reviews, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to November. We survived another month. Sleuth out.